channel. This is episode 2 of our series, In My Opinion, and today we're going to be discussing college, whether or not it is
necessary.
Yeah, it was like a week ago, and you asked me if you were to go to college, what degree you thought.
Yeah, if I were to go to college, what degree she thought I should get,
right,
based on what she knows of me.
So I graduated college. I went to a 4-year college at Damon College in Buffalo, New York, and I graduated with a 4-year degree with business administration. I didn't specialize in any kind of business or anything like that.
I did not.
And he didn't. So we have both perspectives whether or not college is the right thing. Right now, I'm at a job where I get paid a decent amount of money, and I didn't need a college degree. So now I'm feeling like my degree I really didn't need, and now I'm spending thousands of dollars on that degree that essentially I really didn't need. But you want to go to college, right?
Well, I feel it depends on who you ask. I could imagine it depends on who you ask, because I'm sure there's a handful of people out there that whatever it is that they're interested in may require them to get their degree.
And that's another thing. I think for me and for what I do, I don't need a college degree. And I think for business, you don't need a college degree. For entrepreneurship, you don't need one. But I do think that you do need a college degree in certain professions, like a doctor.
Well,
You need one of those. I feel like you're a doctor, you for sure need one. I think a psychologist, you need one.
Or any high degree or high level profession.
Right.
Okay, so your business, right?
Yes.
So why do you feel like you didn't need your degree?
I think it's
looking back on it now, because in a professional sense, not have anything to do with money, because I'm not trying to get at here. Like, there's a handful of places that would, if in business still, I feel like would only even let you in the door if you have a degree.
Right.
So although working and doing what you do and you feel like you don't need it, with this specific thing that you do, okay, yes, they didn't ask for everyone to have degrees in the application process or whatever, but isn't that more common in the business world to only let people in if they have the degree in business?
Yes. Well, so when I graduated and I moved to Vegas, I got a job with Enterprise Rent-A-Car, and they required a 4-year degree.
So that's what I'm saying. Okay.
Which I find really strange, because it's not even that it was just, like, it had to be a business degree. They would literally take people with, like, an art degree, which doesn't make sense to me. Like, how does an art degree have anything to do with how to run a business? And that's where I was just going to go. Like, I think experience is so much more, and it's such a heavier way to learn than a degree. Because that was the whole purpose of the management trainees program that they had. It was to learn how to manage a business and how to manage a branch. And you can only do that with the experience. Yeah, you want to know a little bit of the background, but I don't really think that it's all necessary, especially if you're learning on the day-to-day. You know what I mean?
I know what you mean, but, like, at the same time, and I feel like I'm educated enough, or I feel like I could still learn and do whatever it took to become successful in that atmosphere.
At this point, I would only suggest getting a degree if you work for a company that has tuition reimbursement. If a company that you work for will pay for you to get a degree, then yeah.
Or if you got a scholarship to go to school.
Or if you got a scholarship, yeah. But or if you wanted to go into a profession where it was a trade school, like massage therapy.
Going back to what you were saying about National Alamo, Enterprise, you said, I don't understand why, or you didn't understand why they allowed people of any type of degree to enter their MT program, their management training program. I feel like the opposite end of the argument would be, well, this type of person we're taking this type of person because they're the type of person that went out of their way to get 2 or 4 years of extra schooling to further their knowledge. Now I understand at the same time though, and I'm on this side of the fence of the experience side of things. Like,
Yeah.
personally, my work experience has done well for me, like has gotten me in the
Yeah.
door places. So, and I feel like because you know me and you know that's why you feel this way about it.
Yeah.
And that's why I feel this way about it. But at the same time, I feel like there's a handful of places that I've applied to in the past when I haven't had a job that didn't even give me a second look because I didn't have a degree.
Right. But if you think about it, like, what was the reasoning for it? The only argument I guess you could say is that from the outside looking in, like if I was part of the HR staff hiring for that company, I guess the whole college degree thing would be, okay, you had that discipline in order to obtain that degree.
If in a perfect world, I feel like they would, most companies would open their doors to both. Like, of course, we prefer you to have a degree, but not put a really harsh restriction on that.
Right.
Because I feel like a lot of times they say degree preferred, but they're really only hiring people that have degrees. You know what I mean? So like.
Yeah, and honestly, I feel like that's a bad move on their part because they're completely excluding a huge amount of candidates that might be like the perfect person for that position.
Yeah, and I just went through a hiring process at a really large company that involved people with degrees and without degrees. And I felt like it was a very strong, successful talent pool. Like it was a very strong talent pool, degree or not. Like having conversations with the people that were trying to be employed there, I couldn't tell without asking who didn't have a degree and who had a degree and who didn't. So I feel like that goes back to the hiring process of the company and the way they did their interview process. They had a panel interview of 3 people or 2 or 3 people, and it was like a grill interview, like, you know, question after question, scenarios, and you know, I enjoy that type of interview. I feel like because if I were the company, this is how we're gonna understand our employee or, you know, the person that we want to hire.
Yeah.
But so that going back to my point, like I felt like it was a really strong talent pool.
So if you had a hard time trying to determine who in that talent pool had a degree and who didn't, you like, that's just to say, if people hold themselves to like a career standard,
right?
Why does a degree?
Or even if
why does a degree make a difference?
Even on the company's half, if we're holding ourselves to this standard,
yeah.
Let's open it to all people. We'll let them try, but we know what standard we're looking for. Degree or not, if they pass the standard or if they meet, you know, our expectations, let's bring them on. You know what I mean? The reason why I asked her this question in the first place was because I felt like, whenever it was last that I was looking for jobs, that I had gone quite a while and I hadn't gotten the responses that I was, of course, hoping for, and I started to question, like, hey, do you think I would be getting more involved with these opportunities if I had a degree?
Yeah.
Like, how important do you feel it was? Like, that's where this came from. I just wish more companies did it like this past process, the one we're referring to.
Yeah.
But sadly, I don't feel like that's how it is. I feel like there are a lot of companies that put degree preferred or only looking for people who have degrees, and are really closing them off to a lot of intelligent people who just have decided not to go that route. And
people say,
that's unfortunate.
And it's very expensive. I mean, I had a lot of FAFSA, I had a lot of government aid, but I'll tell you, I have $20,000 in student loans. Still that I have to pay. I've already paid a couple of them off, but I still have $20,000, which is on the lower scale compared to some people. Some people have six-figure student loans out, and it's still so much money. I don't see the benefit in it.
The trade-off, like, you know, the benefit versus the debt, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
so
how much has it done for you? Has it done $40,000 in debt worth for you?
Are you making significantly more money and paying and having to pay for those student loans, or could you make a little bit less money and then not have to worry about those monthly loans?
Not only would you maybe like make less money, you would just maybe make less money at the start. It's not to say like, what I've come to find is, with my experience getting in the door, is just getting in the door.
Yeah.
Like, you could move up within a company without a degree or not. Like, it's just a matter of making those network connections.
Or you can get performance raises at your jobs too,
and to make bank doing the same position, you know, that other people are doing for less money. You know, I get it, yeah.
But you really want
I don't
one.
know if I don't know if I
what's the
want
reason-
one. That's the problem. Like, it's.
So the only reason why you would want to get one is
I
if
feel like I would,
the whole
like you
job
said.
search.
No, I feel like you said. Let's say 5 or 6 years out of high school, I would not at this point stop everything I'm doing to go to college.
Yeah.
I would, like you said, it would have to be in a case in which I would get some type of tuition reimbursement, and I would probably only go for an associate's degree, just to say I did it. But I mean, at the same time, that's what people say before they get it, like yourself, probably what before you got it, and now you feel this way. So it's more of just an open discussion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Again, I'm not for it. I thought it was a waste of money. But that's just my preference.
And it's worked out well for me so far. It's not like it hasn't worked out well,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? So, all a matter of preference, just throwing thoughts around the table. Let us know what you think. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the bell next to the subscribe button. You get notified of all of our videos and all of our newest content, so you don't miss a thing. We really appreciate you guys being here for another episode of In My Opinion. From my wife Amanda, myself Connor, we hope to see you guys again soon on
Shits.
Our Aloha Life.